And according to staff meteorologist Steve Hamilton, more of the same. Mostly sunny, humid, upper 90s with a high, a little south breeze around 10. Clear and a muggy 78 overnight. The mix of sun and clouds tomorrow back up to the century mark. And not as hot on Friday. Only making it to 95.
Wow. That's amazing.
Then back to triple digits over the weekend and all the way through next week as well. No rain in the forecast for the next 10 days.
I'd be okay if we got some.
I'd be okay. It did rain at the Gontard compound last Saturday.
Not
came
at
down
all.
good. Came down good. It's 78 right now. Time for strange but true news.
Bring it on.
All right, for the past couple of weeks, Randall White has been dealing with a persistent and annoying problem right outside his San Francisco condo. Well, if you live in San Francisco, everything's a annoying problem. Parking lot just outside his condo, full of driverless Waymo cars, has had multiple incidents where suddenly the vehicles seemingly become confused and start honking at each other.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
White says he heard it first time about 2 weeks ago. He was woken up around 4 in the morning. Several people who live in the buildings nearby the parking lot have had similar complaints. He says the honking incidents have happened at random times during both day and night and have started to take a toll on him.
You don't even need a person to have road rage in a car now.
I know. The autonomous cars are having road rage with each other.
Get out the way.
White says he and others have reached out to Waymo about the situation. And Waymo says, quote, "We are aware that in some scenarios, our vehicles may briefly honk while navigating our parking lots. We have identified the cause and are in the process of implementing a fix." Like unplugging the horn.
Yeah.
That'll fix it.
All right. Real good.
Los Angeles to New York American Airlines flight made an emergency landing in Phoenix after passengers saw lice crawling on a woman's hair midair.
What?
Yeah. Saw some lice crawling on her hair and had to make an emergency landing. A passenger on the flight, Ethan Julson is his name, shared his experience on TikTok, describing the confusion and uncertainty among passengers. He said that the crew provided minimal information about the diversion, leaving passengers a little puzzled, as you could guess.
Lice.
In his video, Mr. Julson described the scene. He said, "I look around, no one's on the ground, no one's freaking out. I'm like, it can't be that dire." But they land, and as soon as they land, this woman across the aisle from him shoots up and rushes to the front of the plane. After the plane made an emergency landing, the dude overheard hushed conversations among fellow passengers. According to eyewitnesses, 2 passengers had spotted lice crawling out of a woman's hair, prompting them to alert flight attendants. And upon landing, passengers were informed of a 12-hour delay and were given hotel vouchers.
What?
American Airlines later issued a statement confirming that the flight was diverted due to a medical emergency.
I don't think that's an emergency.
Lice in someone's hair. All right. Okay.
Wow.
Here's a genius idea.
What?
Well, genius and stupid at the same time. You know, funding one's nuptials these days can be a wallet emptying experience, you know. Weddings are pretty expensive. But one couple figured out a way to take some of the financial pressure off. They sold tickets to their wedding.
What?
Nova Styles boasts in TikTok of her June 2023 nuptials to her husband, Remo, explaining to the New York Post that the idea had to do so. Came about once they realized how steep their big day was going to be, how much it was going to cost. That's because the 12-hour New York City celebration they dreamed of, with 350 guests in attendance, was drawing estimates of at least $150,000 from various venues and vendors across the Big Apple. Now, instead of giving up on their dream, they got creative, opting to charge their guests $333 a ticket to attend their wedding.
What?
Now, for that entry, attendees were treated to a seat for the ceremony at St. Patrick's Cathedral, followed by a tour to select NYC landmarks and a double-decker bus, and a steak and lobster reception at the Freedom Tower. Now, Remo wasn't initially sure about the idea. The 60 guests did sign up for the swanky scheme. Plus, a couple says that they saved about $70,000, which they earmark instead of for their starting a family fund. They wanted 350 guests. They got 60.
At $333 a ticket.
There you go. There you go. I'd say, sorry, can't help you out.
No,
Yeah.
I can't make it. My
No.
wallet is sick.
What are they going to charge for the divorce?
$333.
She sounds pretty high maintenance.
Wow.
All right. Land Passes Real Country is on iHeartRadio, or you can just download the app on your phone. Take us everywhere you go.
Every
Okay.
day.
848, a dozen before 9. A Land Passes Real Country. Today's hits, yesterday's favorites. Good morning.
Ken and Casey in the morning.